Hi, I'm George Cox for ActonTV, coming to you today from Nashoba Valley Ski Area in Westford. As you can see, they're getting ready for you to go skiing, so dust off those snowboards and skis. Coming up, we have a World War I presentation presented by the Acton Historical Society, the town manager's update, a very unique art exhibition right on the Boston Harbor, and so much more on this edition of Talk of the Town. Had a chance to visit the public safety facility for a World War I presentation presented by the Acton Historical Society.
I'm Bill Clower, Acton Historical Society, and you are?
I'm Len Konarchuk, Brigadier General retired. I'm the Director of History for the National Guard.
Thank you. We're here tonight at the public safety facility at 371 Main Street, and we've been talking about what's Acton was involved in with World War I. We had about how many people from our town?
88. Exactly 88.
We had exactly 88. How long were they in?
Typically, they were drafted in the late fall of 1917, early 1918, so most had only a year and a half of active duty.
And how long did it take them to get back here?
Took them months to get back. The war ended in November, and most of the soldiers were not released until April, May, in some cases till June 1919.
So everything going across back then was by ship. When did we get into, we look at everything today as going by the air, but when did that become common?
Going by air?
Yeah.
Oh, troops weren't moved by air really until, Vietnam they went by air.
Okay, so even World War II, they were still by ship.
Right.
Do you know much about the men that we had over there as far as the composite of their talents?
You mean from Acton or American soldiers in general?
No, Acton.
Well, they were in various units in the U.S. Army. Some stayed in the United States. Many went over to France in various units. There were at least 6 that were in the 26th Yankee Division, the first division to get overseas, and it was made up of Massachusetts National Guardsmen.
And what would getting set up over there, what would that entail, roughly?
Because of many of the soldiers were recruits, they had to be trained as soldiers, which took some time, and we relied on the French to train them. So it took some months, and really it took over a year for the American Army to get trained to go overseas to France.
What about the language barrier?
Language was not an issue. Soldiers took their orders from the superiors, and the soldiers picked up some pidgin French along the way.
Okay. I thank you so much for coming out here tonight.
Pleasure. My pleasure.
It's been a wonderful treat for us here in Acton tonight. And thank you for giving your time and getting together with us for this program.
A little bit about the men of Acton. There were 88 servicemen from Acton. Most were in the Army, and 6 were in the National Guard. Of those 6, 4 served in the 26th Division. And none died, which is very unusual. Nobody from Acton died during the war. There were 150,000 deaths of servicemen and women during World War I. Half were from the flu and disease and accidents. The other half were combat casualties. We were only in the war for a short time. Combat operations were only really from February and March of 1918 to November 11th. We know that. So that 9 months, and of those 9 months, the 26th Division was in the fray most of that time. So.
And here is Bill Clower of the Acton Historical Society to go over some of the very unique memorabilia from World War I.
is our exhibit over at the Hosmer House in the what we call the West Parlor about World War I and how it affected Acton. There were we've gotten a pretty good collection of stuff over the years, and we wanted to put a lot of it on display just to give the residents of the town, the students, the people at home, a little idea of some of the things that we've acquired over the past 50 years. So on the wall before you have a series of songs that were popular during World War I. There's probably a lot more out there, but this is sort of an inkling of the songs that came out about supporting the war effort and the people over there that were fighting for us and for the rest of the world. In this glass cabinet are a number of items that the soldiers would have had, starting with packs for the gas masks that they all had to carry because of the gases that were being used to try and wipe everyone out. There is a helmet, a mess kit, first aid kit, and a pair of glasses gives you better night vision, and just manuals and other sort of things that the soldiers would expect to have on their person. And then here is Lowell Cram's outer coat, and it's made of wool. These things it's kind of amazing to think that it's 100 years old now and it's still in this fine condition. Another rare item that we have received is a World War I field desk, and it is made sort of similar to the organ, that it folds right up and can be shipped. Includes manuals, different identification equipment so that a soldier can identify what he's seeing and make comparisons. There were a lot of stuff being done on a very rapid basis because we got into the war relatively late. Circling around, we find a leggings and stuff for the soldier to wear, along with some photographs and examples of stationery, the sort of thing that they might send home. And in the bottom is a World War I quilt that was made by Mrs. Einarson in South Acton. It was a raffle item to raise money, and was the winning ticket happened to be Julia McCarthy, who had a school named after her, the McCarthy Town School. And Julie had this along with various newspaper clippings that have surfaced over time about what was going on over there from our own men. The next thing is a World War I uniform. This belonged to Charles Farley up on 312 Nagog Hill Road. He was a farmer in town, had several daughters, one of whom is still alive. And we have his uniform is really in beautiful condition considering the age of it. The fact that some of the stuff is wool, it's just incredible it has lasted this long. We had it conserved recently, and I think it looks beautiful. We went through our school pictures and found out who these people were and the ones that grew up in Acton, and there are pictures of these people as growing up as children, and then we have photographs, the photograph of them at a later period of time during World War, or right at the end of World War I when they returned. So that's sort of an overview of what we have here at the Hosmer House this year. Thank you.
Coming up next, the Nashoba Valley Ski Area update with Olympian Pam Fletcher.
Nashoba Valley Ski Area is off to a great start this season. We've had really cold temperatures, we had that storm before Thanksgiving, and our snow teams have been able to make incredible snow and groom it into the slopes. We're really excited that we have 10 trails operational right now with 5 lifts, and we'll be opening up new lifts and new terrain daily. We also have terrain park features, believe it or not, from top to bottom in the terrain park. And it's just before Christmas. I mean, we haven't had this kind of conditions in quite some time. And our skiers and snowboarders have been coming out in droves to enjoy this fabulous snow, and what a wonderful early start to the ski and snowboard season. Well, school vacation is a great time to learn to turn, and Nashoba Valley Ski Area offers special holiday packages where you can pick any 3 days during the holiday break after Christmas through to New Year's, and you can select a time, either 10 or 12 o'clock for the lesson, and you get a lift ticket. And if you need rentals, we have a brand new rental fleet this season, which is very, very exciting, from Solomon. So we're excited to offer these things for our kids to learn how to learn to snowboard, learn to turn on skis, and it's a great way to enjoy the holiday break, especially if you're around here locally. Plus, tubing is opening this weekend. That means we'll have tubing lanes for your pleasure to slide and get that thrill of going down the hill without having any type of experience at all. I think that's one of the most fun things about tubing. It's really kind of a New England pastime to go sledding, and we provide lanes out at Nashoba's Tubing Park. There's a conveyor to take you up the slope, and then sliding down, getting that thrill of sliding with the wind in your face. It's a lot of fun, and anybody can do it. Some of the holiday events at Nashoba Valley Ski Area are our infamous Ugly Sweater Contest Party, which is going to take place on the 22nd of December. They'll have live entertainment, they'll have prizes for the ugliest sweater. It should be a fun, festive way to get you into the Christmas spirit if you haven't already gotten there so far. But that'll be, once again, on the 22nd of December, and it's 21 and up. And I hope you can make it out there for us. I know that they've had some fun sweaters from years past, and we're hoping to make this one a real big bash to celebrate the holidays. New Year's Eve is something to see at Nashoba Valley Ski Area. For starters, we have an a la carte menu that starts before the main prefix menu. You'll need to make reservations if you're planning to join us for the evening for dinner. We'll have live entertainment that'll play during the evening up in the Outlook Restaurant and Lounge. And then just before midnight, there'll be a torchlight parade, and then a champagne toast and fireworks right here at Nashoba Valley Ski Area. You'll also be able to enjoy the slopes right up until 11:30, a special offering that we do on New Year's Eve. So grab the kids or take the family and come on out and bring in the new year with us right here at Nashoba Valley Ski Area. I'm Pam Fletcher for ActonTV. We'll see you next week.
The Littleton High School Drama Boosters is presenting a new play, Anne of Green Gables. Here's Pat Snow to tell you more.
Hi, this is Patrick Snow for Talk of the Town. I'm sitting down here today with Sean Cannon and Jenny Boyer talking about the next Littleton High School play show that's coming up. What's the show this year?
It's going to be Anne of Green Gables, sorry. Anne of Green Gables, and by L.M. Montgomery.
Cool.
And it's adapted by Sylvia Ashby, so it's very
Awesome.
similar to the book.
Okay, so is it following pretty closely someone who's read the book? They kind of know what to expect from it, would you say?
Definitely. Like, it's very close to the book, like it's right along with the book.
Oh, awesome.
And this is a series that's actually like a preteen or some, teen, but it's great for adults too.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous series based on a woman who grew up in, well, you can tell more about it, Canada, up.
Prince Edward Island.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So what was the inspiration for wanting to do this show with the high school?
I just really love the classics. Mm-hmm. So I think it's great, not only for the community to, get to know the classics again, but also I think it's great for the teenagers. It's good for the kids. because some of these kids have never read this series.
So what do
And
they
it's
think of it so
fabulous.
far? How have they reacted to the material?
Well, I think they love it. Yeah. The cool thing about it is that it gives you a lot of a broad sense range of acting. You know, you get to do anything from very funny scenes to actually very poignant and a lot of emotional, even sad scenes, which is good. It just covers every realm.
So it's a good opportunity.
It's
for
a
young
great
actors.
opportunity for the kids as actors. It's a great opportunity for me, being the director, to actually work with them, you know, with a little bit more acting and doing some exercises and stuff that way. So
Cool. So
The thing that I like about it too, as a mom, is that it's letting them experience like emotions of a teenager in that realm that ages ago, right? But
So it
you
gives
have-
them a window into what it was like to be
yeah,
their age, like
a teenager,
whatever,
right?
100
It's like
years
they have
ago.
no clue.
Right.
Yeah.
We're talking
Right.
about late 1800s, you know, 19th, early 20th century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking about, they're like, what? What do they do all the time?
know,
I'm like,
right?
well, they work on their farm.
Right.
Yeah.
and yet the play is so clean that they don't have to worry about content.
No.
So they can just experience it and have fun and
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, and I heard this is sort of a new program
Yes.
coming together. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, I'm the new drama director at Littleton High School, and bring with me lots and lots of you know, background, so that's kind of fun. But we really want to focus more on the kids and their learning, which is really important to me. I really want them to be learning every aspect of putting on a show. It's not just getting on stage and doing their thing. We're going to be teaching them. I work with them when we do blocking. Why do we do it? What are we doing? I work with them in emotion work and acting work. These things all need to be learned, even tech stuff. So they're getting all sorts of things. So I'm going to explain things. I stop every once in a while and say, okay, this is called that because this is why, you know,
Yeah.
why it is. So,
Yeah.
and we're also going to be teaching them makeup and hair and all those type of things. So they have all aspects. I want them to go into the world knowing how to do all these things and appreciating it if they don't go on and do it forever.
And
you
how's
know.
the reception of this been within the school so far?
Well, I don't know. You could ask.
Yeah, you're the booster president. For
Yeah,
the,
yeah. She
I am.
she
I'm the new
did.
booster president this year, and I have a daughter in the play. So I think it's going well. You know, my daughter is having a really great time.
Oh, cool. That's
And
awesome.
so are her friends. And when I have gone to the rehearsals, there's just a really good feeling there. The
Yeah.
kids are getting along with each other and they're enjoying their time there and what they're learning. So I
Yeah.
think it's been really good.
And I do like to come at the process with a very positive. You know, I'm very positive about everything. It's never a negative feel. I want them to feel like they're learning and they're achieving and they're doing a fabulous job.
Cool. So we don't have that much time, but just like your quick final, like 30-second pitch to anybody. Why should they come see the show?
Well, because they're going to see a new and fabulous and amazing set, number one. And then also, it's a great show. It's a great family show. All ages. Perfect for all
Yeah.
ages.
Yeah.
So,
And just to come and support the kids as
Yeah.
well and the new program and just have that sense of community. I think that actually going out to theater is something that we're losing
Yeah.
as
yeah.
a society, and you get to see people and talk and enjoy live theater.
and get a little dressed up even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just think it's a really fun thing that people enjoy, and I think should continue. So
Great. And do you have any other important information about where people can go for information about this, or
Yeah,
how to get
well,
tickets, or when-
definitely,
what are the days this is going up?
The dates.
the dates are January 10th, 11th, and 12th. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 7 p.m. on all of those nights, and then also on the Saturday we have an additional
One matinee
One
at 1
matinee.
o'clock, yeah.
Okay.
So-
Awesome.
And the tickets will be on sale at MK Tix, but you will always be able to get tickets at the door. So
Okay.
even if you decide last minute,
so people shouldn't worry about.
don't worry about it. Yeah, we've got plenty of
seats.
seats. You
Okay.
know, you might be farther back and stuff, but
Yeah.
it depends on how early you get there. So
Great, cool. Well, it sounds like an awesome show. Highly recommend to everybody to check it out, both on their website and come to the show. And we look forward to seeing what else becomes what this
yeah,
theater produces.
spring show,
Yes.
musical. It's going to be fabulous.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
cool.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We have some great producers at Acton TV. Here's Pete Keto. He went out to the Boston Harbor for a very unique coral art exhibit.
Hi, I'm Jerry Beck from the Revolving Museum. Welcome to Coral Reef 2. We have spent the last month recreating our public artwork, our floating public artwork, funded by FPAC, 4 Point Arts Community. And the Revolving Museum worked with an additional 150 kids and family members from Massachusetts. And here is our latest. That includes our signs, our poetry signs, and a whole new fabrication of the original one, which sunk based on the 75-mile-an-hour winds we got 2 days after the opening. So we are psyched, thrilled, appreciative. And we have Peter over here from Constitution Wharf, who has donated his time, his efforts, his resources to get this thing back in Fort Point Channel today, Friday, this morning. And I also want to thank my two main men who was out here freezing in the night, working all night with us. That's Peter Keto and Jose Gonzalez. And I'm very appreciative of their support. And so now we're headed out on a beautiful Friday morning in Boston.
Coming up next, the Town Manager Update with John Mangiarotti.
Hello, I'm John Mangiarotti, and this is this week's edition of Town Manager's Report. We have a lot of exciting things that have happened over the last few weeks I'd like to bring you up to speed on. We had a big town meeting. Special town meeting was December 3rd at the high school. We had over 1,000 people in attendance to discuss 4 articles related to marijuana. The voters decided at that meeting that marijuana retail establishments would not be allowed in town, and this action was taken by voting yes on a prohibition. So after the town meeting, we submitted the information to the Attorney General's office, and once that all gets confirmed, the prohibition would be in effect. So it was well attended. It was great to hear the community's feedback, and I enjoyed being at my first town meeting up on the stage. The budget process will start for the town on the 17th, when I'll be presenting the town manager's recommended budget to the Board of Selectmen. Following this meeting, we'll be discussing the budget proposals with the Selectmen and the Finance Committee over the next few months leading up to April town meeting. I look forward to your input on the budget proposals, and I hope that you're able to attend some of the meetings. Another meeting that I hope you can attend is on January 10th. There'll be a workshop to discuss potential ideas for how to reuse the Main Street parcel, which is referred to as the Walker property. There'll be a meeting at 7 p.m. In the town hall, and they'll be going over the scenarios and proposals that they've received and would like the community to provide their input on. And finally, if you haven't seen it already, I'd encourage you to check out the Municipal Monthly, which we are now publishing regularly on the town website and to our email notification system. If you haven't seen it, please go to actonma.gov, or you can find it on social media on Facebook or Twitter at actonma.gov. I'll see you next time. Thank you.
If you have a story idea, or maybe you want to be a correspondent on the show, drop us a line or connect with us on our social media at ActonTV.org. This is the last show of the season, and we want to wish you happy holidays and a great new year. I'm George Cox for Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next time. I'm going to hit the slopes here at Nashoba Valley Ski Area. See you later. Art exhibition.
That's okay.
One more time. Littleton High School Drama Boosters is presenting a new play called Anne of Green Gables. Here is the director and the, what is she called? Here's our production coordinator. I'm the production coordinator. I'm squinting because I'm in the sun.